So this question is based off the previous one. So Matt, tell me about a time when you had to confront an employee that wasn't meeting the expectations of their job function.
Yeah, you know, that's regular. Even a great employee sometimes will have something going on in their personal life or, you know, hit a slump or whatever, and their performance wanes. For me, if I hired him in the first place, or the organization did, we saw something in that employee at one point that gave us a lot of promise for them and the way that they're going to mix with this organization. So if this is a habitual thing, that's one thing, but if we're an organization that has strong accountability, we're going to catch a low-performing employee
and you want to catch them early.
We want to catch them early. We want to work with them to find out what's going on, see if we can remediate them. If we think that they're a good, valuable member of our team, we want to kind of put special attention on them to see if we can bring them back up to the standard that we
and this is also a point when you're bringing in new people, you probably should have some type of a probationary period because you're going to get the best performance out of them in the first 90 days. After the 90 days, the performance is going to drop off. You have to be okay with that statistic. And if there's a system in place that you have to be able to document lack of performance and lack of whatever their job functions and not being able to meet it, then from a human resources standpoint, you're going to be in a position from a legal side of things to be able to push that person out of your business if it comes down to that.
Yeah, and if you're running a really high-performance organization that's fair, it's accountable, you're on point with goals and targets, and you know it's all about business. A lot of low-performing individuals will weed themselves out. They will not feel comfortable. You don't want to succumb the organization to make a low performer feel comfortable. You want them to be uncomfortable to the point where they recognize, hey, this isn't the environment. I mean, I made a mistake.
There should be some type of anxiety in the business about being able to perform at a high level.
Yeah.
And if that culture isn't there, I could smell it. I could walk into a business and smell death. I smell fear, and I know when a business is going to be out in the next couple of years, they're not going to be around to compete anymore. And as I mentioned, business is war. And if you don't have a team of people around you that are willing to go in to battle for that fight, you're going to be climbing an uphill battle all the time.
Yeah, the last thing that comes to mind is, this may be an employee who's been here for 2 decades. Right, and I see in business, I see a lot of employees in their 60s, and who the owner tells me, I can't push them out. There's nowhere for them to go, and so that compassion is a problem in a lot of organizations because it's not fair for one person or one department or one group to be allowed to underperform while other groups are being expected to outperform. So you get this imbalance in your organization.
And it screws up your culture.
It messes up your culture. It takes the focus off of the right things, puts it on the wrong things. So,
and then you got people pointing fingers. You do, and you never want to be in that situation where it's what he said, she said, or he did, she did. This bickering back and forth because you're not going to get results. It's going to get a lot of wheels spinning, but not any traction on anything.
Yeah, and the goals can be, hey, we want to keep these older folks, we want to keep them busy, but then you need to narrow their job function to where what that function is, they can do well. They can be responsible, the performance can be predictable, it can be relied on by their teammates. Don't keep them in this big white function.
What I try to do, Matt, is put people in positions to win. Yeah. Understanding not only what they're good at, but what they're not good at. Don't assign them tasks that they're not good at, but also discover what their passion is. They might be involved in accounting and they're a people person, and they're going to be better suited from maybe another section of the business that allows them to interact and engage with staff more. So sometimes you got to find a different role for them, or like you said, narrow down the roles that they may be held accountable to currently.
Yeah. Press the subscribe button to stay updated with the latest.